Hi guys, this is FFAN16 and welcome to not quite a live stream. This is going to be pre-recorded, but what I'd like to do in this video this week is to take you around a bit of Stormblood, some of the areas that I've currently opened up, and just to let you hang out with me and my character Tabitha Lockhart. So let's get started. So where we're at right now is Kugane, and it's a beautifully decorated Japanese type style city in Stormblood. This is going to be so far the central hub where you'll find markets, your summon bell, and of course the market where you could go and buy any goods that you may need over and above anything that you could collect. So right now I am leveling up my Paladin. Let's take a look at her for you guys. She's a level 62, and I currently have 265 eye gear on her, as best as I can. It's base level. I don't have the strongest gear I could possibly have on her, but I have enough to get by with the story, and I do have to reach level 63 here to continue on with the main story. So instead of doing that, let's run around. Let's introduce you to this beautifully gorgeous city. The music here is very lovely and relaxing. It seems to be dusk at the moment, or nighttime, so we're gonna get these beautifully lit streets. I'm gonna pan out here so you get kind of a wider angle view of the city, and it's just immense. It's huge, but it's definitely gorgeous. I'll bring up your map here. We'll just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so definitely lots of places to look around. You've got some quests here to possibly do to bring up your character's level if you wish. I usually leave these for classes or jobs that I normally don't have as my mains. My main is my Paladin here, and then my second one that I love playing is my White Mage, and I'll show her to you right now. So this is my White Mage, and this is the gear you get with the new Stormblood main story. She doesn't have any experience points past 60 because I have been focusing on my Paladin at the moment. As you notice now with Stormblood, we have these side gauges which will fill up as you do certain moves and allow you to do certain abilities that will unlock when these gauges fill. But we'll move back to my Paladin, and I'll show you that as a Paladin, if you initiate Shield Oath, you will get that kind of gauge, and if you initiate Sword Oath, your gauge will change, and it fills depending on the type of oath that you have up. Of course, if you're main tanking, you do want to maintain your Shield Oath. If you're off tanking, then you'd want to do Sword Oath. So, just gonna pan around here for you guys. You get the beauty of the architecture in Kugane. It's just simply a gorgeous new city within Stormblood. Okay. So how about we go do some fighting? I'm gonna find some fates because I do have to do some leveling up. So let's hang out. Let's take a walk here. Well, actually, we're gonna warp, teleport, whatever you want to call it. And you get 2 new gauges for the 2 new areas. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Ruby Sea, as that's about my level. And this is where you meet the people under the water, but I will try to do as little spoilers for story content. This is just going to be more spoilers for the look of the areas and touring around the areas and the beauty of it. Oops, no, we don't want to go there, 'cause that would give away too much. We'll go here. I do wish it was daytime. Maybe we'll come back to the city once day is breaked and show you what the city looks like in the daytime. Alright, so we got Orin out. He's my homeboy Chocobo. Alright, so it is night here. Obviously, since it's on the same continent. And as you see, I haven't opened up all the map yet. But I got the majority of it so far. We got a few fates going on here. Let's check this out. You know what? We could run also and try to open up this portion of the map. I can't guarantee I won't get my behind kicked by how much the level of the bad guys might be in this area, because I don't know. But let's go check it out. See if we can figure this stuff out. Oh, and before we leave, this is just one of the side villages that you do come to as part of the main story. As I said, it's not quite daytime, so you're not getting a decent look at it, but there's the fire slash volcano island over there, and of course the beautiful starry sky. Just a gorgeous world to come and spend your time in. I can't promise you that I will not get lost, because I'm just becoming familiar with these areas. Oh yes, see that over there? We need that. You need to gather those ether currents to be able to fly. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, and since I found it, we might as well gather it. Oop, can't jump high enough, apparently. Okay, so if you're familiar with Heaven's Ward, you would have had to gather these to learn how to fly in those areas. Just like Heaven's Ward, Stormblood requires you to gather these within the new areas so that you can fly. Until then, you're running, you're swimming, and you're riding on your mounts, which I find quite enjoyable. I like these little side quests where we could come and gather these. So it definitely was a bonus when I learned that we can definitely fly in these areas, and we do have to go and gather these ether currents like we did before. Okay, so let's continue on. Bring our map back up. And let's open up an area. So when you open up an area, you will get experience points. So what's really good is that you want to be on a character that can gain experience points. Blind is your friend, and do this a couple times. Hit them with Circle of Scorn and start with your rotation. Rotate a couple times, and if you're in a party and you've got a lot of bad guys around you and you want to maintain aggro or hate, just keep flashing again after your rotation and start your rotation again. Alright. Easy bad guys in this area. Of course, just fighting random bad guys in the world won't harness too much experience points. Wondering how I get around here. Might just ignore these guys for now. Let's find our way around. So I'm definitely getting excited for episode Prompto. I will be doing a playthrough video of that on my channel, so look forward to that next week. And if you guys like this video of hanging out with me in Arosia, we can definitely do more Final Fantasy XIV gameplay this way. And I do have a sister who plays as well, who's in the same guild and server as me, so she will definitely be hanging out with us as well. She won't be able to do any voiceover commentary, but definitely both our characters can go into dungeons, and we can do a couple dungeons if you guys want us to. Just simply enjoy this beautiful MMO. Excuse me if I fumble over any words. Pronunciation of some things I do find hard, so please forgive me if I pronounce anything in the game wrong. Okay, so we did open that area. Let's swim this way. And see if we can trick it into giving us this other area. Ooh. Okay. So we're looking at level 63 monsters. That's okay. I might just end up calling them fiends, even though I know that's not the canon name for them in this game. I just kind of like that description. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get up into that area yet. Maybe I could hit the corner here somehow. Just trigger the opening of that area. These dogs are not gonna like me. Nope. I might have to go to the other side. And down I go. Yes, falling takes a good chunk of health away. So, let's just see here. There's really nobody in this area to help with these fates. Which kind of sucks because I really do need to do some leveling. Let's see here. If I go up from town and I go over this way, I should be able to get the rest of that map. So you can see there's new swimming mechanics. I have not yet learned how to swim underwater. I'm just in the progression of doing the main story quest to gain that ability. Until then, your character does have the ability to swim on the surface of any water in Stormblood, regardless of what area. So you could go back to Castle de la Sol and swim around there, visit the new islands that they've definitely brought to that area, and it's just gorgeous. Okay. See, we could go swimming that way, but I don't want to bore you guys too much with just the chillaxing kind of stuff. It definitely is nice at night as well. Let's see if I can check out what time we're sitting at. Yeah, I don't have the Eorzea time up. Neat. I just wish we could swim on our mounts on the surface of the water. That would just be so more sufficient to being able to transition from water to land without having to summon our mounts again. Now let's attack this guy. Why not? Move out of the AoE, move back. Especially when you're with a party and you have a boss or a bunch of fiends around you, and you want to concentrate their attacks away from your party. When they put out their attack radius, move out of it while they're still trying to cast it, and as soon as they cast it, move back in so that they don't face a different area, so that you can maintain that fiend or group or horde to the best of your party. I really do love tanking. Like, there are some really cynical and negative feedback that comes when you try to tank and you're just learning, so don't get discouraged. Just find a group of good people that you can get along with that will help you level your tank up and just keep grinding, and eventually you'll become comfortable with the moves, with the combinations. And same with healing too. Sometimes, as long as you're a good healer and you concentrate on healing and not DPSing when you should be the healer, then no matter what anybody says, if you enjoy the role, just play it. And you'll find a group of people who will play with you that will accept you for the skill base that you have, and you will always learn and you'll always grow. So don't let others put you down. This is your game too. Okay, we need to go somewhere where it's daytime. I want you to see this beautiful, beautiful new scenery, these new areas. Let's see, what can we do? Let's go to Rugger's Reach. I hope I said that right. I just read it really quickly. No, pretty close. Ralgers? Is the H, I'm assuming the H is silent? Or maybe the R is silent. I can't remember how they pronounced it in the main story videos. Oh well. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, there we go. At least load times aren't too bad. And of course it's still nighttime here too. It seems to have more people here though. Now since the Square Enix is expecting a whole lot more people to play in Stormblood, they have separated their servers into different instances to allow for more people to play and not overcrowd the areas. So be aware if you're playing with a party or if you're trying to find a certain individual who is already in the world, that if you can't find them and you guys know you're in the same area, you may not be in the same instance. If you guys, want to make sure you're in the same instance, come back to Rugger's Reach, party up, and then go into the other areas of the world in this part of the continent, and it will ask you which instance you want to go into, and then this way both of you will go into the same instance. Or if you don't want a party, just make sure that when you leave this area, you ask your friend which instance they are in, and then agree to go into that one so that you can meet up within that part of the world. And that does apply to Kagane as well. That's the main and central hub. So if you want to see anybody within those parts of the land, make sure you go into the same instance that they are in, or else you won't be able to see them or meet up with them. So let's hope this pulls the instance so I could show you what I'm talking about. So here we go. So this is the instance. So if I had a friend on here, I'd say, hey buddy, where you at? And he or she would say, I'm in instance number 2 in the fringes. So then you would pick the number 2, or if you ended up in 1 or 3, you would not be able to meet up or see your friend even though you're in that exact same location as each other. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Seems pretty quiet. So this is the first area that you will land in when you reach Stormblood for the first time. Just follow the main storyline and you'll eventually end up in Rugger's Reach, and so on and so forth. You'll make your way to Kagame, and from there you'll spread out to the other islands. It doesn't hurt to do a little bit of grinding, level up. You do get some level gear that you need to continue on with the story in the main story. So if you find that your gear is a little lacking when coming into Stormblood, don't worry, you'll earn some gear in the main storyline. So of course this level, since it's the entry level into Stormblood, is the level 60 area. And it's very mundane and sad feeling. This is where the war kind of took place between the two nations. And you've got that wall that you've seen in Heaven's Ward separating you from this area. And just very barren in this. You've got fire bad guys, you've got golems. Just to add to the atmosphere. So I hope I don't sound too raspy for you guys. I'm just getting over a sore throat. So forgive me if I sound a little hoarse. I'm just going to keep you guys on here until we get some daytime. I want you to see how great these new areas look. And there you see a little bit of thunder. The weather mechanics in this is really, really nice. They've definitely improved some of the weather mechanics. You can even just sit here and watch the thunderstorm. Music in this area is very slow, heartfelt. You feel like there's a heavy weight. So they definitely know how to put music in an area that portrays the mood and the atmosphere and just what you should be feeling as you're traversing through the area. Okay. Since I do need to do some leveling, it's just super expensive to move between these areas. What should I do with you guys? I don't really want to take you here because... Okay. I wish I could figure out how to change the time. I used to know how. Nope. Yeah. It's gotta be daytime sometime soon. It's gonna be a very long night. We'll travel there for free. Because, holy crap, 1,000 gil? That's just ridiculous. Money in this game is not easy to get. So I'm playing on a PlayStation 4 Pro, so I do find my load times are a bit more stable and quicker than on my original PlayStation 4. My original PlayStation 4 really wasn't that bad, and having a little bit of a faster internet speed does help, but as you see sometimes like this, the area is a little bit longer to load because they probably have a lot of people that are sitting at this point in this area. Looks like we're getting to really early morning. The sun might be rising here soon. Just really, really gorgeous music. Like I said, beautiful infrastructure and textures and architecture. They did a really lovely job with Stormblood so far. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be daybreak here. Let's get up, get some height here. Alright, so I'm gonna stand here. We'll pan around for you guys. And you can go swim out there for as long as you like. There you guys go. Very beautiful look at Kagane. very beautiful city. I find that Stormblood's a little bit more popping colors, a lot more vibrant than Heaven's Ward was. There were definitely some very gorgeous areas in Heaven's Ward, and really loved exploring them, finding those ether currents so that I can fly. It's super excited about Stormblood. Even the new way of doing your mechanics is really not as detrimental as I thought it was going to be. And here we're gonna fall, so that's probably gonna hurt. So it doesn't take too long to become comfortable with your character again if you're a seasoned player. If you're new to the storyline and you haven't come to Stormblood yet, and you're just trying to watch the video to see what the new area looks like, or you did a potion to quickly jump levels, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Definitely a great experience. Now let's see if there's more people. Let's see, where can we go here? This town is really quite big and easy to get lost in. Very busy hub, of course, because this is a new area. A lot of people will not be in the old areas at this time. Just run around here, run around this city and get a feel. Someone's live streaming? That's what that little symbol means. I'm assuming that means he's live streaming. I could be wrong. If anybody wants to correct me, please do so in the comments below so I could get a better understanding of the symbols in the game. I am originally a beta player, but I don't play continuously all the time, as I have other games that I like to put my time to as well, so I'm not just primarily Stormblood or Final Fantasy XIV. So keeping up with the lingo and the symbolism of things tends to be a little bit hard when I'm focused on other games as well. Okay, let's go do something. Let's go back here. Should be almost early morning there as well. Daybreak. Okay, let's go check this place out in a little bit of the sun. So nothing too terribly exciting about this little port. Mostly main story happens here, and then you can do some side quests and some leveling. Go check out that fate and see if there's anybody at it, or see how it says I'm in the Ruby C2. So if my sister happened to jump on right now, I could tell her, say, hey, come join me, I'm in instance 2 at the Ruby C, and then this way we would be able to see and play with each other in the same instance without having to go back to Kagane and then come back into this area under the same instance. So that's this way, so let's give that a try. Oh yes, these guys. Maybe he's waiting for someone to come join him in this fate, or not. We'll just do it, it's 10 minutes, pretty good timing. So draw your enemy in, blind them a few times, put your buffs on, do your Circle of Scorn, and continue with your rotation. At this point you could also put on some more of your buffs and make yourself more easy to heal and continue with your rotation. So I won't do this too many times to tell you how I tank. It's just my way of doing it. Everybody has their own way, but I find this tends to work the best. Now everybody has their own way, like I said, so I realize I might get some comments on the way that I play. This is how I like to play, so though comments are more than welcome, I don't expect to be pushed into anybody else's way of playing the game. But I will take some good assistance or opinions that might help me become better, so don't be afraid to leave a comment on your favorite way of playing a tank or your healer or your DPS, as we can always use some advice. As you see, more people are joining me now, so I'll try to keep the hate here, but I can't promise that somebody might have better gear than me. Now, as you notice, my shield oath gauge is filling. Once it hits 50 here, I can now do shell thrown, and it consumes 50 points of my gauge, bringing it back to 0. There's also another move now that I'm past 62. I still don't understand what it does. I'm just learning it. It's called intervention. I should actually read the details, but that fate was pretty quick. Well, some good experience anyways. So there you guys go. Quick little tour of the new Stormblood areas that I've opened up so far. A little bit of how I like to tank. And I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, we can definitely sit down, hang out, and you could just follow me around with my commentary and Eorzea some more. Please come on by. We'll have more videos in the next coming week or two, especially with episode Prompto coming out. This is FFAN16. If you like the video, put a like below. Please leave me a comment. How's your experience in Stormblood? Are you in Stormblood yet? Are you enjoying Final Fantasy XIV? As it is a really great MMO and an enjoyable community. And yeah, please leave me a comment. I'd like to hear if you guys like these videos, and I can definitely keep doing a couple more. And as always, guys, happy gaming.